Hey guys, Chrisspy here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought we would chit chat, get ready. We're going to be talking about all things life, how to deal with anxiety, getting unstuck, and moving through uncomfortable emotions. We're also going to be playing with some new makeup, some new products that I've been wanting to try, so let's get started. Actually forgot to put a primer on, but that's okay. So it's been 2 years now since I had my spiritual awakening. You're like, what is that? Like, what does that mean? Some new age bullshit, which is what I hear from my family on the daily. In a nutshell, what that meant for me was that I went from identifying with my ego to my soul. And prior to that, I was really struggling because I was just looking for more in life. And I thought that the answer was to achieve more, to acquire more, to look better. I was looking for the answers on the external. So I was just feeding the ego, and my soul was starving. So when this shift happened, I realized that I'm not my body, I'm not my personality, I'm not my past, I'm none of my achievements. I am a soul and I'm existence. That was when I decided to take a break from social media because I felt like I was contributing to harmful desire systems, perpetuating the idea that more is better. Because in my own search for fulfillment from the external, I was just proliferating that idea and putting that energy out there of that needful ego. So since then, I've had a lot of growth. As I've shared on my channel, I am currently 10 months sober. I got my health in check and I have a wonderful relationship with nutrition and working out. I've lost over 80 pounds. As my relationship to myself improved, my relationship to everyone in my life just blossomed. Really getting into my writing and art and meditating more, both as a spiritual practice and in a way to help with neuroplasticity, rewiring my brain. So even though I've made great strides with my mental health and life in general, and I've shifted from preference to appreciation, just really viewing life through the lens of gratitude, I'm noticing that my old conditioning comes up all the time. Deep down, I still have these feelings of fear and anxiety, and I deal with perfectionism and procrastination. Healing, we know this, it's not a one-stop shop. I still have more releasing to do. I still have more work to do. And I've seen that finally, after years and years and years, that my health and my fitness is dialed in. And I'm like, if you can just take those same principles and apply it to your mental health, so I've been doing lots of reading, listening to lectures all about mental health, spirituality, which we're going to talk about today. I'm realizing the importance of integrating all these practices into my life. This could not have come at a better time. I'm really excited to let you guys know about the sponsor of today's video, which is BetterHelp. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful advice. You fill out a questionnaire all about yourself, where you're at, what your needs are in terms of therapy, and you're matched with a therapist within 48 hours. I was very specific because what I look for in a therapist is mindfulness, trauma-informed therapy, and I also like the ACT model, which is acceptance and commitment therapy. Anyway, so I think I was matched with a therapist, I think it was like 24 hours. And I already had my first session with a therapist. I've heard the advice that finding a therapist is like dating, that you need to get acquainted with the therapist to find out if they're a right fit for you. I was so happy, you guys, because from my first meeting with this therapist, I felt so optimistic. She made me feel so encouraged and that the goals that I have through therapy are totally attainable. The cool thing about BetterHelp too is that you can change your therapist at any time. It's super easy. It's free of charge, and you can do video calls, you can do messaging, or you can just do phone calls. So I really love that it's an option that makes it super easy to find a right therapist. So I have a link in the description. It's betterhelp.com/Chrisspy, where you can sign up and get 10% off your first month. BetterHelp has over 30,000 therapists within their network. As we're all unique and we have unique needs, having access to a therapist who can meet your needs is essential. So I am just so thankful that BetterHelp reached out and that I'm able to share this with you guys, because I think therapy is an incredible tool, and the learning that we have to do on this journey is the continuing work of life. So thank you again to BetterHelp, and don't forget to check out that link down in the bio. Again, that's betterhelp.com/Chrisspy. So I would say that I integrate what I'm learning, what I'm reading, and listening to lectures. I integrate it by journaling and then just talking to close friends who I really connect with. But I'm excited to have a therapist on board help me integrate, because I loved my therapist before from my recovery program, but since I'm not in the program, I don't see that therapist anymore. I'm such a self-learner and kind of stubborn. So I'm just excited to bring all of my learnings and everything that's flying around in my mind to the therapist and see how things take shape. What's been happening is that I use all my therapy tools, all my spiritual knowledge, and then when I'm anxious, it all flies out the window. I can't apply it. I believe that's called cognitive dissonance, when you know better but you can't do better. So I believe it's a process of building those muscles in my mind to become better at using the tools that I learn. B, also the process, well, this is sort of combined with B and C, the process of releasing whatever traumas are built up and also building new neural pathways through mindfulness and meditation. So my friend recently recommended this book. It's an audiobook and it's taken from a lecture or maybe a retreat, I'm not totally sure, from Pema Chodron. It's called Getting Unstuck. I've been meaning to tell you guys about it because it was so good. I'm gonna tell you guys about it in a second, but I also wanted to tell you about the Libby app. This is not sponsored. The Libby app is basically a library app where you can sign in and you get access to digital libraries. So if you have multiple library cards, you can get access to all their libraries and check out ebooks and audiobooks for free. I was able to sign in and just put in my phone number and it signed me up for the library automatically. I had my cousin do it and for some reason it didn't work for her. So you can go in, I would try it on the app with the text feature, but if not, you can go in and get a library card and then get books for free, because audiobooks are expensive. And then sometimes it's like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna listen to this again. But I think it's awesome. Anyways, so that was the first book I listened to on the Libby app. Oh, also it links with your Kindle app. So if you use Kindle, it'll automatically put the book that you've rented into your Kindle app. And I think you have like 3 weeks. Sometimes like I have the Los Angeles library card, so there's like a long wait on certain books, but it's okay because I have like a really long reading list. Oh, also you can browse the available now books. So I've done that and just made like huge lists of all the books that I want to read or listen to. So definitely check that out. I like to listen to audiobooks when I'm driving or when I'm doing cardio at the gym. I always talk about this. I either listen to lectures, audiobooks, or like podcasts because it just makes time fly by really fast and it makes me I want to stay longer because I'm interested in what I'm listening to. So Pema Chodron is a Buddhist teacher. It was my first time listening to her, and I've heard about her a lot, but I had never actually read her work or listened. I was pleasantly surprised because she used a lot of humor, and those are my favorite spiritual teachers who are just human and can make you laugh, and at the same time trying to better yourself and dealing with difficult things. It's really nice to be able to laugh. It's been a few weeks since I listened to it because now I'm already reading other stuff, but actually I do want to re-listen to it. But basically like the takeaway that I saw, when we experience uncomfortable emotions, we invest in ways to find temporary relief, like food or alcohol or relationships or shopping or validation. Choose anyone you want. And that a lot of the times the things we invest in avoiding what we find uncomfortable are the things that harm us in the long term. So she talks a lot about learning to stay through uncomfortable emotions and keeping an open heart. This has been a huge challenge for me, especially coming into sobriety, that I don't have any of those unhelpful tools to help me check out and avoid. Like now I have to deal with my emotions, which is a practice. Her teachings specifically offer meditation as a way to breathe through uncomfortable emotions. So another book that I'm reading right now is The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And I know a lot of you have recommended that book to me and that it's really popular. I don't know why I'm having a hard time getting into it, but I am also taking away the same lessons that I hear everywhere. I feel like it's almost like a lot of the same messages just repackaged depending on the teacher and what lineage they come from or what religion or whatever tradition their background may be. I guess I'm finding it to be repetitive and oversimplified. But in terms of keeping your heart open and learning to stay, that is one thing I've been taking away from that book, and I'm going to finish it because I don't want to miss something good. So yeah, through all of this though, I am reminding to just give myself grace that I am still transitioning into this new way of life. It literally feels like my life is like split into two, like before and after my awakening. And even more so, like now with sobriety, it's just a completely different life, and I could never, ever go back. In some ways, like life felt more simple, but I think we also romanticize the past. Also, when I really think back to when my life was just about achieving, I see that my zeal to achieve was to disprove a basic negative idea about myself, and that conditioning comes in all the time. So yeah, what similarities of what I've read with, like I said, the Pema Chodron, Michael Singer, and even in therapy before, the ACT model, acceptance and commitment therapy, it was all about using grounding techniques to link with the body, ground with the present moment. So it's like super simple that you allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. You connect with the breath to calm the body and the nervous system, and that whatever you're feeling will eventually pass. But the more that you resist it, the more it builds up energetically, emotionally, and even in your immune system. Oh, but then also, yeah, in terms of like releasing, I don't know, I'm really feeling called that I need to release trauma, and how I'm going to do that yet. I mean, that's what I'm curious to learn. Also, this under eye concealer is really light, but my other one is upstairs, so we're gonna figure it out. For the meditations that I've been doing lately, it's actually, so they're really easy. Like, I think I haven't timed it, but the actual time that you're meditating is only like, I don't know, less than 5 minutes. But it's the 21-day abundance meditation by Deepak Chopra on Spotify. By the way, I don't know why I've been sleeping on Deepak Chopra, because I read his book, Metahuman. Absolute game changer for me. It was the foundation of my understanding of consciousness. And lately I've been watching his YouTube videos, and I always walk away feeling just lighter and inspired and really grasping the possibilities of life. Anyways, so that's the meditation that I've been doing. I've done it a couple times before, but I just came back to it because I was like, I want to get into it, but I want something easy and enjoyable, truth be told. There was one the other day that was such a good reminder. Basically, it was that whatever you want is what you should give to others. So he was talking about being generous and kind to others. What did I just do? What the heck? What happened? Not in monetary value, but in terms of giving someone a smile, or just being kind, or doing a small thing for someone, or thinking good thoughts about others. It was such a good reminder. I needed that. I feel like for a while, especially in the beginning of my spiritual journey, I was really doing that. There's something similar taught by Jack Kornfield. He's another Buddhist teacher. It's a loving kindness practice. Anyways, when I did, doing that has just really brought me back to center. Let me look up exactly how he worded it. Okay, yeah, it's the 21 Days of Abundance Meditation Series by Deepak Chopra. Oh, okay. Well, it's super simple. I probably already said it, but today and every day I give that which I want to receive. But yeah, that's one of my favorite practices, and it's so easy. And then I keep wondering, like, why does this same stuff keep coming up? It's like, because you need to be reminded. You haven't learned that yet. This is a Slick Waterline pencil by Melt Cosmetics. I talked about these on my stories the other day. These pencils are so good. I think this is a brow pencil. It is. It's a brown brow pencil, but it's gonna be eyeliner today. I cut my hair. It was like down to here, but it was so just like doing me no favors, you know? So I was like, I might as well cut it. It's so damaged from the bleach. So yeah, I chopped it off, and it like really wasn't a big deal because I never wore it down on its own. And honestly, I feel like it does look cute like a lot of the times, but for some reason when I went today to film and do my hair, it just was not cooperating. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys about my friend from my painting class actually told me about this show on YouTube. It's called Portrait Artist of the Year. It's like a UK show. I've been watching it before bed because the housewives are so toxic and I can't stop watching. Anyways, so I've been watching this show, and it's really interesting and entertaining. And it's something just way better to watch than Housewives, which is just like all arguing and drama. My brother was telling me I need to read before bed instead of in the morning. Right now, that's my routine, is to read in the morning. So yeah, he's probably right, which I just never like. I never like when he's right, you know. Okay, so I got these in the mail. These are the Kiss Impress Press-On Falsies. It says just press and go, no lash glue needed. I'll be the judge of that. Okay, the directions say place the cluster underneath your natural lashes, squeeze the clusters and natural lashes together with the applicator. Doesn't say anything about mascara, but I put my mascara on first because I figure it would pull them off. Let's see. These are very natural. Like, it almost doesn't look like I'm wearing lashes. Well, obviously I picked the natural. We're gonna do the longer one from this voluminous pack. I'm gonna overlap it to the other one. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I think it's more of like the placement than the actual lashes themselves. I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, so those were pretty easy to apply. I'm curious to see how they wear, but honestly, they feel like pretty secure on there. And then this is also a new lip combo that I've been wanting to try. This is from Lawless Beauty. This liner is Nude Honey. This is also from Lawless Beauty. This is called Platinum. I'm going to take the shade Annie, and I could like blend this in with a liner, but I'm kind of curious to see how this one looks. This is just a little bit more peachy. And then this is just Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Heat Clear Gloss. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. Leave me a comment down below. I know we talked about a lot today. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I would love to have a discussion and a supportive dialogue because I really love hearing from you guys and hearing book recommendations, where you're at, what worked for you, what didn't. It's all welcomed. All right, you guys, so again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.